5288. And guess what we're gonna do today? We are going to, my hat's lopsided. We are going to roast some beets. I know it's hot. Y'all can do this in your barbecue pit, or you get your propane thing going on outside. If you have the pleasure of having an outdoor kitchen, go ahead and use it. But I'm gonna harvest some beets out there. You ready to go, Philomena? She wagging her tail. You'll see her in a minute running out there. Go on, go on. You want to be first? So, oh man, my tree fell over. I bought a mulberry tree, by the way, guys. So we're gonna do the outside. I have them in containers and I have them in the ground. My poor mulberry tree. I gotta plant that later on today. But I digress. Let's go on over here. You know I got my chunklers on, right? Snake should be asleep. Hopefully. So let's see. My dog will bite him anyway. Right, Philly? Where's she at? Where are you, girl? Come here. You can hear her. There she is, right over there, getting ready to chill in some. She leave me out in the heat, and she'll go ahead and lay down in the sun. So look at my garden. It's still alive, though. That's all that matters to me. That is all that matters to me. So I'm gonna set you up in the shade because the camera will get hot, and I'm gonna pull a couple of these out of the ground. I think we'll see. All right, let's see. They're little, but they're mine, right? Move these tomato plants out the way. That's too small. That's not big enough. Let me see. Tina knocked over the camera because she wanted to be in the shade. I guess she said, I don't care what you're doing, girl. I'm going to be comfortable. I found a big one right here. Look at that one. See that? That's a big one. That's a big one right there. Look at that. I'm proud of that one. Let me see if this one now. Not break the stepping on my potatoes. Let me see if there are any more big ones out here hiding. No? Okay, so far we only have 2. Let's go, Philly. Let's go to container. See if there are any big ones there. This is not enough. I need at least 2 more. I'm gonna have to harvest, I guess, small ones. That's okay with me. I put them in a cement tray, believe it or not. And the ones in the cement tray, I water them all the time because they're right there outside the back door. Look at my poor habanero plant. I gotta get some water. Just a sec. Out here in Texas, y'all, it is hot. So I got these 2 right here. All right, we're gonna go over to the container garden. I left the water on for a little while. Let me see. I'm steady pressing the button and taking pictures instead of pressing record. Philomena, don't you go near there. You and I are gonna be in a big old fight. Don't knock down the camera again either. What's wrong with you? These are little. Here's 2 decent ones. I'm gonna pull that one. And pull that one. Oh, that was smaller than I thought. Okay. Not happy about this, but here they go. So, did you know that you can also leave the... Come on, Philomena. You could also eat the leaves of a beet plant? I didn't know that. I knew that they sold them. Here we go. Oh, be quiet, you looking all innocent. You know, she can go in there with me while I'm there, and she will not bother those chickens. But she killed them when I was gone. I know it was you. I know it was you. Murderer, murderer, murderer. I know it's not funny, but you know, what can I do? Laugh instead of cry. And she ran in the house before me. First thing I do is get all this dirt up off of here. I can't let that go down my sink. I might have to call a plumber. And you know, bad enough it's hot out here. Look at all that sweat. Bad enough it's hot out here versus me calling a plumber. Probably gonna have to call HVAC soon because that thing don't sound right. So Instead of complaining, let's get to it, all right? Okay, we're inside. We've harvested our beets. Small, some of them are small. I got one big one, but that's good enough. That's enough for 2 people. By the way, I'm not gonna eat these, but I could. I'm giving them to the chicken. They are not going to waste. The chickens will get them. Okay, I was giving you a rendition of Diana Ross, but you know what? I ain't no Diana Ross. I'm better. No, I'm just joking. So I got my beets. We need to peel them. I finally got all that plastic off of this thing. I don't know why they do this. This is what I lost. I remember it being bigger than this. This one is a mini size of what I had, but I'll take it. It's better than cutting myself up. And I'm just peeling these beets, getting the skin off. This is so exciting. Fresh beets, garden to table, roasted beets. As I said, I know y'all are hot, or you may be hot, and you might not want to use your oven. If you don't, do it outside on a grill or on a propane stove. I have a propane stove. I just need to get it set up. I have so many projects that I need to get done. It's ridiculous. And I slowly do it. Mostly though, I do gardening and I just forget about the rest and say, oh well, I'll eventually get it done. That'll be a winter project when there is no gardening. That's my rationale. I'm like, well, winter, what am I gonna do if I mean there's no gardening? There's no gardening going on. Not really. You know, you think about your garden during winter, but and then you try the winter is about trying to protect what you have for us because the trees around here, the tropical trees, they have a hard time during winter. You're running around trying to get blankets and insulation, plastic, anything you get your hands on, trying to save your trees. It's really, really hard. And I really don't like when they die back or they die. I had a couple die. You all saw that though, to cut them down. Some of them came back though. But they're a lot smaller than they were, or a lot thinner than they were, because the one that was right outside the door was luscious. It was so beautiful. It'll be back though. If God wants it to come back like that. It didn't die though. He didn't allow it to die. That's the good thing. So I'm just peeling this stuff off. So let me tell you what the ingredients are. You're going to use smoked paprika or regular paprika. I use smoked paprika because I feel like it has more flavor. That one. We're going to get some oregano in there. I have my own oregano from my plant outside. And then we're going to use some salt. That's it. That is what you're going to use for these roasted beets. I used to be one of the strange kids who liked beets when I was a little girl. They couldn't believe I would eat them. But they were sweet to me. That's why I was like, oh, I like these. They kind of reminded me of a fruit. Beets are very good for you. They clean your blood. So if you're having blood issues, eat this. Circulation issues, eat this. They clean your blood. Remember that. They're red. They clean your blood. Well, everything red doesn't clean your blood, but beets do. Beets. So, if you don't like them, learn to like them. Just try them in different ways, because the canned beets, they don't taste right to me. I do not like canned beets. They taste like they're canned, like vinegar. A little sour. They don't taste the same as fresh beets. I guess they wouldn't. So I'm not canning my beets. I'm going to use them. I can everything, almost everything, but beets I'm not going to can. I'm going to use them. This baby could have stayed in the ground a little bit longer, but hindsight 2020. It's already out of the ground now. Hopefully it's sweeter. Hopefully it's sweeter because it's younger. I'm almost done peeling. Take this and throw it outside. Think chickens can eat beets. Alexa, can chickens eat beets? Alexa, can chickens eat beets?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, yes, beet greens and stalks are a favorite of chickens. They also like the beet itself. They can eat them raw or cooked.
There we go. So I'm gonna take this to my chickens, and I'm gonna wash this off, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, here we go. This is the good part. So I have my bowl here. Take my beets out. I need to cut this root off. That doesn't need to go in there. Any roots you see, because these are fresh beets, you're gonna have some roots on there. The store normally gets them off before you touch it, before you see it. Some people freak out. I guess they don't know where beets come from. So I'm a little baby beets here. Make sure I get off all of the skins. I don't want any of that. I'm gonna chop these into fours because they are so small. I think that's big enough. Let me wash this bowl out. It looks suspect. It got some red stuff in it. Okay, I'm dropping them in the bowl. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. This one's so small, I'm just gonna chop it in half. And this one, this is what a normal size beet looks like. And I'm not gonna harvest all my beets at the same time. I see a lot of people doing that. I'd rather leave them in the ground and let them get bigger than to drag them all out of the ground and then have to put them in a can. They taste like canned beets. I did mention to you that I don't like canned beets, right? Okay, I'm gonna wash my board off and I'll be right back. Okay, and I'm back. So I have my beets in the bowl. I'm gonna get some olive oil. I'll pour a little bit on there. Just enough to coat it. This may be a tablespoon. I'm gonna take my paprika. I'm gonna sprinkle some on there. It's about a teaspoon. I'm gonna get some oregano. Put that on there. We're gonna mix this up. Use metal. Because beets are red and they stain everything. Move this out your way. What we're trying to do is coat these. That smells good. I don't need any more of that. Just a little. Wow, the oil is spilling all over the place. Keep on mixing it. You want to make sure your beets are coated. Beautiful, I just want you to know. Just keep on mixing. Okay, I need to get some salt. You know I'm not a salt person, right? Salt brings out the flavor. Sometimes salt ruins the flavor, but so we're gonna keep on mixing until our salt dissolves. My culinary chefs would be proud of me. Ooh. The executive chefs that taught our classes would be very proud. She's still cooking. She's still doing. She still has the passion. Now I have my oven on 375, and I'm gonna go and get a roasting pan somewhere in here. I'm gonna get a roasting pan, and I'm gonna get some parchment paper. I'll be right back. Now that I've finished singing to myself, I was singing Ben. Y'all remember Ben? About that little boy with the rat? That is an oldie but goodie. I used to get so upset when they killed poor Ben's family and Ben after a while. Kind of remind me of me and White. Poor White. I liked him. He was a trooper. All right, here we go. We got parchment paper here. We got our baking pan here. We're not going to put it directly on the baking pan. I'm going to use some parchment paper. I'm going to turn it upside down because this bad boy has a tendency to roll back up on you. Here's my cookies. I've been eating a lot. I ate so many I broke my cookie up. Of these chocolate oatmeal cookies, I started getting a headache. Don't eat too much of that stuff. It got a bunch of sugar in it. It's bad for you. It's so good though. I love Reese's Pieces. I'm not making that no more because I'll be big as a house. I won't be able to fit in none of my clothes. No. Not America. All right, so we're gonna lay our beets out. Give them room to breathe. You don't want them jumbled up all on top of each other. If there is any sauce left over, you make sure you drizzle that on top of your beets. You want them to get all of it. Any flavor that's on it, you want it to be on the beet and not in the bowl. Okay? Okay. What is that Miller Jackson? Stop scraping the jobs. I forget. Oh, I can't remember. Not gonna sing the song. Not gonna jack her song up this time. Moving them around. I'm gonna put this in the oven for about 35 minutes, and I'll be right back with you. Okay? All right. I didn't put my chef's gear on. I don't have my hat on or anything, and my hair is not the best, but I cannot put any weave or anything in my hair. This is my hair, and I'm just gonna have to deal with it because it is super hot in here, and I cannot wear extra hair, and I certainly can't get it blown out because it's gonna turn into an afro. So y'all just gonna have to deal with looking at it like I am. You're not here for my hair anyway. You're here for my cooking and my gardening and my home improvements. Right? I guess. I guess, Jamaica. If we have to look at you like that. If we have to look at you like that, we will. All right, let me turn this thing off. Stop heating up the house. Okay, I'm going to let that, I know it doesn't look that great. Let me turn the light on a little bit. Let me turn the light on. Turn on the lights. And light a candle. Oh, turn off the lights. I'm sorry, Mr. Teddy Pendergrass. Okay, I'm going to put this in a bowl. And I'm going to put a little oil on it to make it look pretty. And I'll be right back with you when I plate. I got some canned chicken here from 2021. Can your meat. And the way I can it is I bake it and cook it the way I want to, and then I can it. 90 minutes, all meats. All right, fish is 100. Go to your fall canning thing, but I'm gonna spruce. God, get it together, girl. I'm gonna spruce this up a little bit, and I'm gonna plate it. Okay. All right, so I decided I wanted some pseudo jerk chicken, and I mean pseudo because my chicken is already cooked. Hopefully, I didn't put any lemon pepper in here. I don't think I did. I did it back in, wow, October of 2021. So let's pop this jar and see if it's any good first. And it is. It is. I have faith in myself and God. Mostly God, though. So we're going to see if we have that sound. You heard that? That's a good sign. Sniff it. Smells like chicken with no lemon pepper. Thank goodness. All right, I need to wipe my counter off because I got beet juice on here. The beets are right here. They're just cooling off. I don't want hot beets. What I'm going to do is I am going to mix up a little mixture. I have a little jar here. And y'all remember this? Jerk seasoning, the store-bought kind. Told you I was going to water it down, right? So, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get a scoop of this. Or less than that. A scoop of this, right? Put this back in the refrigerator immediately. It'll go bad on you. Then I'm gonna get some soy sauce. I already got my pot. My cast iron is already on the flame, heating up. All I'm gonna do is heat this chicken up. Put some soy sauce in there, right? Mix that together. Drip it in my hand. Make sure I can still taste the habanero. I put too much soy sauce. Let me go and get another scoop of the jerk. I am good at doctoring. Did I tell you that we didn't have a lot of money when I was young? So I had to make do with whatever was in the house. Too much. Put about that much. Leave this out until I know that it's good. Drop it in my hand. That's better. I'll put a little bit of lemon juice in there. Just a tip. Just a little bit. Just want a hint. And instead of sugar, I'm going to use stevia. This is the first time I'm using stevia. Normally I would use sugar. But I've been getting these headaches. I can't eat a lot of sugar. It gives me a headache. It gets my blood sugar spikes. I'm not diabetic because I don't eat a lot of sugar, which is probably why I get a headache when I eat a lot of sugar. So I'm gonna put a little bit of stevia in there. Remember that stevia is stronger than sugar, so don't overdo it, or you'll be sorry. And stevia has a kind of a little bitter taste to it, but you can cook with it. So that's what I'm doing. I tried to grow stevia, but it wouldn't grow for me. But I'm going to try it again because same thing happened with the comfrey. And this year it came up with a vengeance. Now I'm going to start harvesting seeds because it's going to seed right now. Not enough sugar. Not enough stevia, sorry. I want it to be sweet. Sweet and hot. Most jerk seasonings are not sweet. So Jamaicans, if you're watching me, I'm sorry. I like it better sweet. As a matter of fact, I did this at the family reunion, but I used regular sugar, right? I went and got a whole box of chicken thighs. We were out there, we had a family reunion. It was about 50 to, excuse me. It was about 50, maybe it was more than 50 people. It was at least 70 people there, right? So I went and got a box of chicken, washed it up with some lemon juice, or 2 bottles of lemon juice. Got a box of chicken, some of this, 2 bottles of this, some soy sauce, some sugar. I think I put a little bit of garlic in there. And I cleaned the chicken and I soaked it in this stuff overnight. Man, I felt bad though because some of my family they're diabetics. They're not supposed to eat it, and they wouldn't stop eating it. People were asking, "Can I take some home?" That's good. The stevia works. All we're doing is warming up this chicken. I am not putting any salt in there because when I cooked this canned chicken, I put salt and pepper in it. I know that, and maybe a little bit of garlic. So we're gonna take. This is the good part about canning meat. Don't put a lot of seasoning in it unless you just want to stick to a lot of things with seasoning in it and you just want to stick to that flavor. Put some salt, some pepper, and some garlic at the most in there. And then you can add stuff to it. So this pan is already hot. I see it fuming at me. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pour this in here. Woo! I'm gonna take my chicken. I'm gonna dump it in. All right. All we're doing, I got too much water in here. All we're doing is warming this bad boy up. But I gotta get some of this water out. I gotta get some of this out, surface light. I want y'all to be able to see what I am putting down. Pick up what I'm putting down. Let me get some of this out. That was too much water. And the water that's in this chicken, oh yeah, I did put water in it because I cooked it. I baked this chicken before I cooked it. But if you can put raw pack in here and the chicken will form its own, will bring its own water. Will start its own water. I need to get this out. It's too much. It's too much for me, baby. This is a long time. It seems like I'm scooping forever. And it smells like chicken now. It smells like fresh chicken. Canned chicken. Canned chicken Jamaica made 2 years ago. Still have it. So I'm gonna put this in there. I'm gonna leave it on high. Put that in there and I'm gonna mix it into the chicken. I never can white meat because I don't like white meat. These are chicken thighs that I baked and then I canned. All we're doing is warming it up. That's all we're doing. Okay, put this in the sink. I'm gonna let it burn down because jerk chicken is not wet. It's not a soupy thing. Excuse me, I'm sweating. It's not a soupy thing. It's jerk chicken. It should be a little juicy though, but it shouldn't be soupy like this. So I got it on high and we're gonna bring it down. Let me wipe my stove off because it's splattering all over the place. For me, baby, you gotta run for shelter. These are my frozen bell pepper that I've had from the garden. I just basically flash freeze them. Put them in the freezer and use them when I want to, like now. Just for color. All I want it for. All right, so this thing is burning down or reducing. Let's be correct with our terminology. It's reducing perfectly. Let me do a taste test. Put it in my hand. Okay, it's incorporating. It's incorporating well. All right, when you get to the point where it's near dry, because this is a cast iron skillet and it continues to cook, turn it off. All right, I'm gonna get ready to plate and I'll see you in a second. It's photo shoot time. There we go. There is the star of the show, the beets that we just pulled out. That's the canned jerk chicken, rice, and some cucumbers. What's up with me with these cucumbers? Cucumber on my mind. Tomatoes. And that came from the garden too. I got that from this bowl. So, let's see. Y'all see me in a minute. I don't look as good as this plate, but I try. I try so hard. Just a sec. Here we go. If my dog would move out of my way, it would be all well. Move, boy. Move. He's like, what? What? I'm sleeping. So I do have a can of hot pepper sauce. I make this, twice a year. I'm on my second bottle, so I guess I have to redo it. That was also pressure can. I think I water bath can these. I'm gonna take a little bit of this out. All this is vinegar. Oh, I don't want that. That's a habanero. vinegar, habanero, bell pepper, celery, and some allspice. I think I got some red bell pepper in here too. And coyote squash, excuse me. Coyote squash, oh, carrots. I see carrots in here too. It's everything but the kitchen sink with some habanero or scotch bonnet. Now it's open, I'm gonna have to refrigerate. It was already refrigerated because I used up my other bottle, so this is my second one. I'll do this for you one day. Soon, because I'm on my second bottle. So let's do the star of the show, okay? Let me check the beets. First I got, okay. Let me take this off because that's uncomfortable. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. Baked beets. That's good. Now I like beets, but this is like, okay, you can still tell it's beets, but imagine roasted sweet potatoes. That's what it tastes kind of like, except it tastes like a beet. It's a beet. You know it's a beet. Okay, that's good. That's good, and it's fresh. Okay, let's check take the chicken. The chicken is from 2021. Okay, that I doctored. Chicken and rice with some hot sauce or hot concoction that I made. Jamaicans do this. They do it from scratch, like I did. Not exactly. You can tell it got jerk seasoning in it. But it's not exactly jerk chicken because jerk chicken is barbecued and this tastes kind of, boiled. But it's good. It's good and it's hot. I like the beets better though. Yeah. The beets stole. Ooh, I got a piece of pepper in my throat. Swallow, girl. Drink some tea. The beets have stolen the show. Those are good. This is Jamaica 5288. I don't know why I'm sweating. It's probably because I'm eating hot pepper. If you can roast some beets, if you have your air conditioning going, and shouldn't matter. If you have I have to get a new convection oven. I had that Corsori and they did a recall on it, so I have to get a new one. Make these. Buy fresh beets. Put them in the oven on 375 for 35-40 minutes until they're al dente. You want the fork to be able to be stuck in there. See how I got the fork through there? But you want some crunch to the beet. This is good. This tastes better than any beet that I've ever had. I like beets, but I especially like this, the roasted kind. And it's simple. So, this is Jamaica 5288. Thank you for being with me. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Excuse me, Cyrus. He still ain't getting up. There we go. All right, finally some respect.